Now for Nature, or WWF-Philippines, is working to help reverse the degradation of the country's environment. Joining us via Zoom is WWF-Philippines Project Manager, Che Agot. Good morning. Thank you very much for joining us. Che, are you there?
Yes, I am. Hello. Good morning, everyone.
Perfect. Thank you very much for joining us. Now, we have a lot to talk about, especially with regards to the environment, but I want to talk first about global emissions because they are continuing to rise. There have been efforts to try and address it on the international level. Just for those who are hearing more and more about this and, of course, the increasing risk with regards to it, can you tell us a bit more about the causes and impact on our planet at the layman's level?
Sorry, yeah, this is the impact of working at home. No, we cannot control our noise pollution outside. Anyway, yeah, degradation. Understand that although WWF Philippines is only 27 years old, but we are part of a bigger global conservation network that is 63 years in over 100 countries in all 6 continents with over 6,000 people committed to the mission of stopping the degradation of our planet's natural environment and building a future where people live in harmony with nature. So we do this by conserving biological diversity areas, ensuring that the use of renewable natural resources is sustainable, and promoting reduction of pollution and wasteful consumption. So we recall the fifth assessment report of the International Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change. In that report, there's about 59 billion tons of greenhouse gases emissions in 2019. But note that at least 54% of this carbon dioxide were taken up by nature, thus slowing down the global warming. And so these are found 31% in land-based ecosystems and 23% ocean-based ecosystems. So our work in WWF is really focusing on these areas. The way to stop this further degradation and further increase of the global warming of our climate, of the temperature, is really creating and conserving more carbon sinks, carbon stores, so that there will be less of this worst scenarios that we are feeling right now.
Can you give us an insight on what are the key projects you're working on at the moment with your organization? And of course, we also talk about stopping the degradation, but then what about reversing it? Is reversing it possible with some of the projects that you're doing?
Maybe this term, reversing, was mentioned about 4 or 5 years back, pre-COVID time. But moving forward, our focus really is more on stopping this further degradation. So in the Philippines, our 4 thematic preferences are in the areas of sustainable consumption, sustainable food production, habitat conservation, and the energy transition. We know that greater amounts of these greenhouse gases are really caused by fossil fuels. So it is in that area where I am currently working on this project in Butuan City. So may mga renewable energy planning tayo, energy efficiency and conservations we work with cities, and we also work with corporates with their corporate social responsibilities and in their journey towards a lowering their carbon footprint.
Well, you mentioned it a while ago, collaboration with both the LGUs and private communities. In regard to that, just how important are they in terms of collaboration and making sure it's a long-term collaboration with regard to the success that you aim to have?
Yeah, well, at the end of the day, it's really a policy push, right? So how do we do this? We need to work on areas where science is really a tool for most of their decisions as governments, and then we do capacitate the people, especially in their planning departments.
Well, you also mentioned, we're also talking a lot about policies. We're also talking a lot about what others can do with regard to this. COP29, the climate summit, I'm assuming that you're also keeping tabs on it. It will end on November 22. Are there any significant achievements that you've seen so far from the summit? And of course, do you have any particular wish list with regards to what the summit could actually do?
We do have small wins. For example, our boss at the Climate and Energy Transition Pillar, Attorney Gia, is part of the Philippine delegation right now that is going on in Baku. And yeah, the wins that we have under our work with renewable energy, our work with DOE, are these policies that have been put in place right now that we've been fighting for since like 6 years, 7 years back. So yeah, there are certain things that we do have small wins, and what excites us is our own share of the climate financing for loss and damage.
Well,
Yeah, these are really wins.
Che, we're also hoping for that and more. For those who want to help you guys out, for those who want to contribute, how can people reach out to WWF Philippines?
Well, we do have a website. You can always go visit, and we are present in all social media platforms. Yeah, you can take a look. You can work with us if you're interested. Yeah, please
Well,
do.
we're hoping that more and more people will be interested in working with all of you and the good work that you do. Maraming salamat, WWF Philippines Project Manager Che Agot, for joining us this morning.
Thank you, Pao. Thank you, everyone.